So I just wanted to say how much I appreciate this space that's been created here on these Saturdays with the sharings from various different practice leaders from your unique own experience or way of leading practice. Your authenticity and that the way your own practice informs the way you lead practice really inspired me to share from where I am right now and what's been going on with my practice and where it's been taking me lately. And as you probably all know, that my practice has always been centered on finding refuge. I mean, I remember telling Lama John years ago, like after I first met him, that that's where I was at, that I was into the refuge prayer and finding refuge. And he told me at that time that refuge could take you all the way. And I'm feeling the power of that. And I want to share some new insights that happened due to a couple of unique experiences that I had recently. And this is, this is like intimate and personal. And so I want you to take it in that spirit. And I'm also hoping to be able to integrate all of that into the way I lead the practice today. And the first was my attending a psychopharmacology conference for psychiatric NPs, which was about a month ago. And one of the presenters there, he really blew me away. He's a psychiatrist. His name is Craig Heacock. Some of you might know of them if you're in the field. In any case, he has a podcast called Back from the Abyss, Psychiatry and Stories, but he presented on how to do therapy with clients. And the more he talked about it, the more I thought, he must be a meditator. Because he sounded like what he was describing sounded so much like our practice. He spoke about dropping into a space of being with his clients or presence to them in silence. He talked about beaming love to them. And he tends to use sports analogies and talks about a field awareness, like creating this space or this field awareness that includes him and his client. Yeah, and I just was blown away by that. He also presented on psychedelics in psychiatry, and he works with ketamine. And his way of describing its intense healing power kind of influenced me because, and that's sort of leading into the second experience that I had recently, which was I was invited to take part in, it was like a meditation retreat with psilocybin, and it was guided and supervised by a lama. And we were directed to come in with an intention to take into the journey. And my intention was to gain a deeper understanding of my field of care or my refuge field. Now, I'm not saying that happened during under the influence of the medicine itself. That's another whole story. It's very mysterious. But what happened is that I took this intention into my meditation in the days afterwards, and something had shifted in a way. And some new insights came to be revealed or came about in the week afterwards, especially, and since then. And this was like 2 weeks ago. So the first thing I noticed in my practice that when I was trying to connect with my field of care, I did it from the perspective that it was something outside of me that I needed to reach out for, like seeking union while feeling separate. But a realization hit, almost as if like from a voice of a teacher, that my deep self, my Buddha nature, was already in communion with my benefactors in the refuge field, with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. It was like an experience of like just being in the water with them, like one taste. the words "one taste" kept reverberating in my mind. And I knew that deep refuge into the nature of mind is deep refuge in this field, undivided, whole, unbounded, with no need to look elsewhere outside. And the concepts of inside versus outside collapsed. I'm thinking, actually, in the shower this morning, it hit me that Lama John's recent sharing of practice, where he brings the benefactors in after the three letting bees, also helped me integrate this or experience finding refuge this way by going into the body. It's a way of articulating that through practice, that inside is the way out, where there's no difference. And most of you know that there's a traditional understanding of refuge being outer, inner, and inmost or secret. But this division starts to collapse or integrate, I guess maybe that would be a better word. That there's no outer versus inner reality. I believe that it's important to have those distinctions and to be able to experience and understand the relative nature of these different aspects of refuge. But I think that at a certain point, they do start to collapse or integrate. So for a long time, or I've been doing the three letting bees routinely as the way to start my practice, because I can't settle without settling into the body. But just doing them on a regular basis, they've been morphing into another layer of refuge practice. This has become more of like another aspect of inner refuge, or refuge in the three Buddha bodies or kayas. And Lama John's refuge prayer is an example of the inner refuge, the three aspects of nature of mind. And I began to realize that all benefactors are spiritual benefactors due to their innate Buddha nature, which is reflected in one of the other refuge prayers, that all beings are primordially Buddha. I don't know where to place that at inmost, maybe. We are all primordially Buddhas. This has always been the case, and we just need to remember or recall that and re-inhabit that. This refuge field, this field of care, is also a field of transmission, of love, yes, and of wisdom. And I feel that the practices of the three letting bees allows for receptivity to resting in the natural state and finding refuge there, a receptivity to a transmission that's always available, to the blessings that are always pouring forth. So awareness becomes more granular. It naturally includes more. Open awareness is this field awareness that the psychiatrist Craig he talked about. This open field that includes everything, but it's also our field of care, our refuge field. It's like our senses and awarenesses have always been unified within this field. This embeddedness itself is love. It's holding and being held, no difference, giving and taking like Tonglen without reference points. So in that spirit, I want to be able to lead a practice with you that has been sort of integrating these kind of experiences, and through the three naturals, or the three letting bees, and using them as refuge, then opening up to include deeper refuge, the field of care in all beings. So I'm going to start with some refuge prayers. We go for refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until fully enlightened. By the power of all six perfections, from generosity to non-dual wisdom, may we realize Buddhahood for the sake of all beings. I and all beings are primordially Buddha. Knowing this to be true, we give rise to the awakened mind of supreme enlightenment. We take refuge in the expanse of space, primal awareness, and unconfined capacity, which is the nature of everyone's mind for the sake of all. So starting by taking a deep breath into your low belly, expanding your belly, but also feel it expanding into your back, as if your back could touch the seat behind you. This kind of breath was taught by my Tai Chi instructor, Qigong instructor. I find it really effective. So 3 or 4 deep breaths like that, really feeling it. Like the breath is driving you into your body, grounding you into the lower aspect of your body where you feel your weight on your seat. Allowing breath to settle you. Settling awareness into your body as a refuge. Being here right now in this body just as it is. Earth body, Buddha body. Letting be with no effort, non-contrived. Being embodied. Awareness permeating your body, feeling its qualities, connecting us to earth element, to the physical world, life in a body, and all of the potential of this precious human life, connecting us to embodied beings on the planet. Feeling appreciation, body as benefactor. Awareness in the body brings us to awareness of the breath, of the belly rising and falling in your body. Natural breath, uncontrived, as it is. Breath breathing you, sharing its qualities with you. Those qualities, whatever they are for you. Appreciate the qualities of breath. Breath is refuge. Breath is benefactor. Bringing you energy, joy, vitality. Enjoy it. Appreciate its gifts. Drink it in. The energy body, enjoyment body, light body, benefactor. Just letting be here in body and breath. Letting be as it is. As we settle here, awareness deepens and expands and includes body and breath and all the senses. opening up now to the space of mind, including thoughts, feelings, all sensations. Drop into open awareness, field awareness. Of awareness. This inclusive awareness is a form of love. This love permeates your whole body, breath, and mind, every part of you loved. Breathing it, immersed in it. This field awareness is the field of care, is the benefactor field. The space, the mind where Buddhas or awakened ones live, as do all beings in their deepest essential nature. Includes all parts of yourself, all thoughts or feelings. As they arise, they are held, allowed, permeated, just as they are, with no effort, no contrivance. Just letting all be as it arises. It is all held in this field of love. This field has no boundaries. Thus, it includes all beings naturally, as they are without effort. Includes all of nature, the planet, the elements, sun, wind, plants, animals. It's a mutual benefactor field, all held and holding, giving and taking, a natural, uncontrived Tonglen practice, a field of blessings, always pouring forth, the radiance, bodhicitta, permeating all of life. Allow it, rest in it, breathe with it. Let it be. effort. It leaves us, with us, through us. And we recall that we have lived in this love forever. Just rest here, let go here, let be here. No effort. Just let be and allow the field awareness, the field of care to meditate you. We have lived in love forever. Dedicating the power of this practice to benefit all beings. May the pure, brilliant sun of bodhicitta dawn in each and every heart and mind, dispelling the darkness of suffering and confusion unstoppably until all are fully illumined, enlightened, joyful, and free. So we have some time to share